We know that we are getting a new Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch sometime in the next year to year and a half. But what are some things we really need in this new Pokemon game? Hey guys, my name is Elijah, and today on Rocket Sloth, we're taking a look at the Pokemon series as a whole and pinpointing some major things we would like to see on the Switch edition of the new Pokemon game coming out sometime in the next year, year and a half. Let's get into it. Alright, so Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon has to come out first, I get that. We still don't know much about it. They released a couple of new Pokemon forms, so that's fantastic, but I'm kind of moving past that. I want to look way up into the future. What is coming for Pokemon in the later years? What can we expect? Here's my short list on things we need to have if we want this next Pokemon game to be successful. And I'm not bashing on Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I'll be honest, the story, the whole generation for the most part, didn't wow me the same way every generation had up until this point. I'm not saying it's bad, I just want more this next time around, just a little bit more, come on. So first things, I want a strong narrative. As always, Pokemon is known for having a strong narrative. I just want a story that actually gets me into the world. I don't want a rehash of the Red and Blue story, kind of like what they did in Sun and Moon. I want something different that makes me think, similar to what we saw in Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2. I would like to have a slightly more challenging game all the way through with less hand-holding. I felt like in the original Pokemon games and all the way up through the more recent Pokemon games, with the exception of Sun and Moon, there had always been some element of dungeon crawling, some element of, do I think my Pokemon can make it to the next Pokemon Center, or am I going to have to go all the way back and challenge my way through? Pokemon Sun and Moon, I never felt that challenge. I never felt that I need to balance my potions and money out to see if I can make it. It was just really simple. It was like every other NPC would heal my Pokemon up, and it made the first 10 hours of the game really easy, and then the game just kind of spiked up in difficulty all of a sudden, which was weird. Or maybe a difficulty slider so more experienced players can kind of skip over the tutorial and the easiness at the beginning. I really would love for them to finally make Nuzlocking a full game mode, which means I would love it if I could just turn on a Nuzlocke mode and have it take care of all of the stuff for me. If my Pokemon faints, it's dead. I can only catch the first Pokemon in each route, and I have to nickname it. I just think that it's not something that's too hard for them to do, and I think it would add a lot of replayability to newer players who maybe don't have the discipline to do a Nuzlocke. I know my first couple of attempts on Nuzlocke, I kept finding myself secretly cheating here and there, so I'd rather just have it where it does it all for me. I think that would keep the Pokemon community alive. I would say continue the amazing art style of Pokemon. For the most part, I have no complaints. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon X and Y, and some of the Black and White Pokemon, like, I feel like the newer Pokemon actually have pretty good designs. I don't really dislike them. I think it's cool how they're based on the regions, and you can kind of associate them with their regions. So continue making cool designs, and continue bringing in the old Pokemon though. Don't pull a Black and White 1 where all the old Pokemon are gone. I still like that little bit of nostalgia, getting to pick up a Caterpie early on if I feel like it. Let's get some more online features in there also, because I feel like while online is still an ongoing aspect, a lot of people do stuff online. I think there's an opportunity for a lot more connectivity between the world. I would love to see maybe certain areas in the game that have MMO features, not the whole game as an MMO, but I think it'd be really cool if there's like some sort of hub world, see games like Destiny, where you can still interact, walk up to people and maybe do a battle. That would be really cool. I would also like them to introduce a tiered system for Pokemon. We see that on competitive sites like Smogon, and we see that on like Pokemon Showdown, an online Pokemon simulator. It'd be cool if they incorporated a tier system into the game so everyone knows which Pokemon goes where, and that would be awesome. Hey, I'm gonna take a stretch. I don't think this will happen, but it'd also be really cool if they added Pokemon rentals, similar to like Pokemon Stadium, where if you don't have a Pokemon game, you just pick Pokemon to use. I think they should take a note from Pokemon Showdown that lets you build whatever team you want with the maximum stats and just build a strategy team in the tier that it's in. I think it'd be really awesome, a cool sub game if you can just do that. I would spend so many hours just doing a battle simulator with teams that I built and not have to actually go through the struggle of training all the Pokemon. I think training is great for a single player campaign. It's great for filling out the Pokedex, but I would love to just have another game where I don't have to do that. I can just have any Pokemon that I choose to and I can build my team around it. That would be awesome. I mean, we're on the Switch. We have the power. We have the capabilities. Let's do it. Okay, this next one has nothing to do with the next Pokemon game. It's a extra bonus thing I want involving Pokemon on the Switch. But can we just get every Pokemon game that has been released so far to be on the eShop, please, with the Pokebank and all that? I'd appreciate it. I just need it to be done. I still have my 3DS, and I'm buying Pokemon Silver and Gold on my 3DS, and the Switch has been out since March, and I just want it on my Switch. Please? I want more reasons to use my Switch, and Pokemon's a good start. Okay, end of rant. My comment section is open. I read every single one of my comments, so if you agree, disagree, have some extra ideas, leave them in the comment section down below. I read every one of my comments, and be sure to hit the like button if you like this video. And while this video is over, be sure to subscribe to Rocket Sloth for more gaming discussion, gaming news, and top lists here at your new #1 source for all things gaming.